If you're not using regional banks to fund your business, you're literally missing out on thousands of dollars in business capital. In this video, I'm going to break down First Citizens Bank, show you all the details, all the data points, and guide you on how you can get access to up to $50K in business funding as soon as today. So let's head over to my computer and break everything down. All right, we are at my computer and we're on First Citizens Bank website right now. And like I said, regional banks are really the way to go. Credit unions also, you don't always have to go to the big banks and try to get business funding. A lot of these regional banks, smaller banks, credit unions, things of that nature, they're going to be able to give you more funding than the big banks will in most cases. So let's kind of go ahead and dive into First Citizens a little bit. With this being a regional bank, you're going to want to set up a business bank account because you can't get access to the financial products otherwise. So with First Citizens, I recommend getting just this regular business banking account right here. It has no monthly maintenance fees or anything like that. No minimum balance, no fee when you're enrolled in the paperless statements. You get up to 100 free transactions per month, $5,000 in cash processing each month at no charge. All right. So this is good for a lot of different business owners. Obviously, if you need more transactions, things of that nature, you can maybe look at this option right here, which is their second tier business banking account. But for most people, this first one is going to be sufficient enough. So with First Citizens, they got a couple different funding options, which we're going to go over, and make sure you do stay tuned towards the end of the video because I will be giving you the data points for First Citizens. You're going to need that to make sure you can actually line yourself up correctly with this bank. So with these business credit cards, they got a couple different options. Again, if you've been watching my channel, you know I preach getting the longest 0% interest APR period possible. So that's going to be the low interest business credit card from First Citizens right here, which at the making of this video is going to give you 0% interest APR for up to 12 months. Okay, so this is a very good offer. If you're kind of looking for some cash rewards and things of that nature, you could probably go with the cash rewards business credit card right here, which is a good option as well. You're shortening the 0% interest APR period by 3 months, but if that's worth it to get the cash back, because this one does have some pretty good categories and multipliers right here. You're getting 2% cash back on gas and office supply stores, and then 5% cash back on every utility and wireless phone purchase that you make for the first 12 months, and then it's 3% after. So those are, again, good categories there. So, you know, if you want to make that trade-off, then that's something that you can do. All of these cards that we just mentioned, the first one, the second one, and then this one, so I want to get into the rewards business credit card, they're all no annual fee cards. So that's what we want. This one is more of a point system, but it's that same 0% interest APR for 9 months like the cash rewards. So again, guys, it's really just up to you if you want points, if you want cash rewards like cash back, or you just want to maximize the 0% interest APR period for up to 12 months. Now, if you're enjoying this video so far, go ahead and smash that like button for me, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell for notifications so you will be notified every time I drop a new video. And next, I'm going to get into another key pillar of their bank in terms of funding options that you'll be able to get your hands on. So First Citizens doesn't just have credit cards, right? They got business loans, they got SBA loans, they got lines of credit, all of those things. And so with the business line of credit, we're going to get into the data points here on this next page. So stay tuned for that. But the line of credit, guys, you want to make sure that you have a tax return, because in most cases, especially now with these banks, man, they're starting to not want to do no doc lines of credit. It's still some banks that you can do it with. Don't get me wrong. Some of these regional banks, even some of the big banks, they'll do it, but it is really, you know, getting few and far between to where they're going to want to ask for tax returns most of the time. All right. So just kind of be prepared. And what I'm always telling business owners, you don't need to have some crazy revenue numbers, right? You don't need to be having, you know, $1 million or 800K or, you know, $3, $4, $5 million in tax return revenue, right? If you just get 1 year of tax returns for like 100,000, 150,000, most banks will lend you 15, 20%. I would say anywhere from like 10 to 20% of your gross revenue. Okay. So what that means for you, if you have a 100K line of credit, you're looking at anywhere from like a 15 to 20K line of credit. Okay, so first thing we're going to want to know is that they're only in a select few states. So these states are Arizona, California, Colorado, Florida, Georgia, Kansas, Maryland, Massachusetts, Missouri, Nebraska, Nevada, New Mexico, North Carolina, Oklahoma, Oregon, South Carolina, Tennessee, Texas, Virginia, Washington, and Wisconsin. Okay, so these are the states that they're in. Now, you don't need any previous banking relationship, all right? So what that means is you can just go in cold turkey, set up the business bank account, and you can apply for funding if you meet the rest of these qualifications, which we're about to go over. The next thing is your business needs to be at least 3 months old, preferably 6 months old, okay? The baseline is 3, but, again, if you got 6 months, 7 months, maybe you just started your LLC, probably isn't for you, but again, that 6-month marker, 5-month marker, you'll kind of be in good territory to apply for this. You're going to need to have at least a 720 credit score. Really, this should say FICO score, to be honest. I want to emphasize FICO because that's what most banks pull. You want to make sure that you have a 720 FICO score on Experian and Equifax, okay? They do hard pulls, and it's a double pull on Equifax and Experian. The next thing, you want to make sure you have your utilization under 10%. If you've been watching my channel, you know I preach that a lot. You also want to have no collections, no late pays. In the last 2 years, no charge-offs, no BKs, anything like that. You also don't want to have any more than 3 new accounts or inquiries in the last 3 months. This makes you look thirsty for credit, all right? Banks don't like to give money out to people that look like they need it. This is how you look like you need it if you're applying for a bunch of stuff in a short period of time, okay? And lastly, like I just went over, you'll mostly need tax returns for the business line of credit, which is a BLOC, unless average age of accounts is good. That's what AOA means, average age of accounts. This is starting to become more and more important in banking, especially with business money, is your average age of accounts. If you coming in there, FICO scores optimized like how we teach on the channel. Also, your average age of accounts is, let's just say, like 7, 8, 10 plus years. You might can get a line of credit with no documentation, okay? Average age of accounts does play a big factor, and it's starting to play even more of a factor as we continue on in this year. So that's something that you guys want to know and kind of have down. This is the data points for First Citizens. Now, if you already have a 680, 700 plus credit score, you've been trying to do this stuff on your own, you may be struggling, or you're in YouTube University and you just want to get a customized funding strategy, fast track this whole thing, go ahead and click the link in the pinned comment or in the description. You'll be able to go ahead and book a call with us, see how we can work together, help you build a custom funding strategy, get you access to our banking contacts. We have data points at all of these banks and contacts at most of them as well that we can plug you with to make this extremely easy for you, okay? So if that's you, you're ready to fast track this process, ready to just invest in a fast track solution, go ahead and click that link, book a call. We'll hop on that call, go through your process and see if it makes sense for us to work together. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Go ahead and smash that like button if you enjoyed today's content. Subscribe to the channel, hit that bell for notifications so you will be notified every time I drop a new video. And if you want to learn literally how to credit stack like a boss, go ahead and click the video on the screen right now. This is a new one I just dropped, and I show you how to build custom funding strategies and show you exactly how to line these things up correctly so that you don't mess up. All right, so go ahead and click the video on the screen, and I'll see you in that one.